Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. As you can see, I'm not in my shop. I'm in my husband's shop because he went away for the 4th of July and then he set out a table for me to work on, which is filthy. He knows I'm working on fabric. Anyway, and got the air compressor ready for me and all this stuff so that I could work. And then I didn't come out here. So I did computer work and had a migraine for one day. And I'm like, if I don't get out there and do something in his shop, he is going to lose his mind. He's going to kill me when he gets home anyway. So this may be the last time you're seeing me, because I started cleaning and then I lost interest. Right at the point where it's like chaos in the house right now. So I better get this done so I can go in there and at least make it tidy enough for him not to bury me in the backyard. I'm just saying. He won't, but at the same time, he's going to be like, really? I can't leave her alone for 1 minute. But the parts that I was cleaning look better. Anyway, I have a project to do. I have some stools to do. Let me show you. I had tried to put these in the shop and then it had a weird stain on the fabric. So I did pick this nice floral fabric that you see on top. And I hope I have enough for all three. I didn't even check. Oh yeah, there's gonna be enough. But I've got a floral fabric, because these stacking stools are really nice to have. Like if you have a small space, you could just put them in a corner. And then if you have company, you've got 3 extra places for people to sit. My sister had these in her house for years and decided it was time to get rid of them. So now I have them and we're gonna make them just a little prettier. Just because one had like a massive stain on it and I could repaint all 3 of them, but you know, at that point I might as well just reupholster them because I'm not a huge fan of the geometric anyway. So we're here. I'm gonna get my staple gun out and hooked up to the air compressor, and we're gonna get the stuff laid out on the table. I gotta clean that table first though. This is what he left for me. I'm like, dude, clean it off, for real. He's like, I left a small table out there on the sawhorse. I made a table for you. If he made that for me, at least he could have done was clean it off. But I guess this will be our work surface today. Now it's pristine and cleaned over the whole thing. So it's stained over there, but I did clean the whole surface with soap and water. So now we can lay the fabric out and not worry about getting gross. Or pre-staining. Ooh, and I actually picked this up at the Badwill for a decent price. Look at that. So it's a gorgeous floral pattern on this. So it looks like it was, let's see, because people always ask me where I get the fabric. I always get my stuff at thrift stores, garage sales, but this was, does it say? It's a screen print. It's a brand. There you go. Rich Loom. I follow them on Instagram. So there you go. And now that I see it all laid out, definitely enough to do those 3 stools. So that's cool. I'm going to find some scissors because somebody stole my sewing scissors. They might be out here though. They might be in my kit, my upholstery kit. Hang on. I did not find my sewing scissors, but I found a pair of his scissors that were, you know, sufficiently sharp to cut fabric. You need a good pair of scissors. You need a staple gun of some kind. This was an upgrade for myself a few years ago because I do so much of it. But if you're doing this at home, I did 20 years with a handheld manual one and they work just fine. But you know, you don't need an air compressor to do this. So and I see them all the time at thrift stores, the handheld ones. Invest in that if you're just starting out. And then you can decide later if you want to upgrade like if it's something you're going to be doing a lot of, because you have to have an air compressor, like a good one, and that's not cheap. So I'm very fortunate that my husband has a giant air compressor, or I would not have this. I would have the electric one. I upgraded a few years ago to an electric one, and now I've upgraded to the pneumatic one. So, you know, baby steps as you're getting started, but the hand manual one works just fine. I've done this a million times on this channel, but we're getting new people all the time, so we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna take the fabric, put it up to a corner, and we're gonna flip one of the stools over face down on it. I am not gonna strip the other fabric off of it. There's no need. There's nothing wrong with the fabric. It's not smelly, it's not damaged. It just has a stain on it. So we're just gonna cover right over the top, provided that this doesn't allow the other pattern to show through. So we're gonna check that right now. And it looks like we're safe. The lighting in here is really bright, so if it was going to show through, it would be in lighting like we have in here, and I don't see it. So, and it's pretty. I love the flowers. I know I don't seem like a girly girl, but I really do love flowers, and I really love the flower patterns. So this excites me very much. Now, this is an easy upholstery because it is a square, so we're gonna wrap it like a present, basically. You're gonna start on one side and put one staple in the middle. Then we're gonna go to the other side, pull it tight and staple in the middle over there. And then pull it tight, staple in the middle over here, okay? And then we start to, that's like our anchor points. And then you can start to work your way around, and you can see that whoever did this before did the same thing. I believe it was my sister that did this. The corners are where things get tight, and we may have an issue because there's a lot of staples in there, but we'll see. I may have to take the legs off. Let's see. How about if we take the legs off and look? What do you got under here? Yeah, we can take the legs off. So I'll take the legs off, make it easier on myself to staple around, and that's what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna put you on time lapse to do that. But I just wanted to give a quick explanation of what I'm doing for those of you who are new here, just so you're like, well, you know, what the heck is she doing? This is the simplest upholstery job you can ever do, is just wrapping a new stool, or a seat cushion of some kind. And that's all you'll do is anchor point, anchor point, anchor point, anchor point, and then pull it tight all the way around and keep stapling. And the more staples you use, the better, because then it won't come loose. And this one, she did a pretty good job. They're pretty evenly spaced, but you know, she's my sister. What do you expect? Okay, so there are our anchor points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you can flip it over, make sure you don't have any wrinkles, and it's looking pretty good. Now it's just a matter of pull and wrap, pull and wrap, pull and wrap, and we are gonna try and leave these open so we can get our legs back on there. Get them legs back in place. We don't wanna get too much fabric underneath where that wood meets, or your legs won't sit right. So just keep that in mind. That's why she's stapled out here and then trimmed away. And we may trim out a little bit more. And before I forget, I'm working from that middle staple out, not from the outside in. So you want to take that middle staple and work to the edge. Don't do the edge yet. Go to the next one, do the same thing until you've done all these sides, the straight sides. Then come back and we're gonna trim these corners off. But yeah, I wanted to remind you guys that I'm working from the middle out. All right, so basically this is what you do in the corners. You pull it tight so that there's no wrinkles in the front, and you just staple around so that you're leaving a space for the leg hole. So you can see I didn't impede where the leg is going to be screwed in there. And we'll trim all this off at the end, but I hit another staple with the Surebonder, and it kind of jackrabbited up and did like 4 staples. So I had to pull out the excess staples that were that were in there and misshapen. It's like, oh, it kind of surprised me a little bit. I only hit one other staple and it made a spark. Don't panic if that happens. It happens. It's metal on metal. It'll make a spark. But it's not going to start a fire unless you've got like a huge gas leak. Anyway, it's blazing hot out here, and I'm like, let's get this done because I'm about to sweat myself into oblivion. He doesn't have air conditioner out here. He's got a fan. Hang on. I'm going to hug the fan. Ooh. Anyway, I'm just going to get the rest done, and we'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. 1 down, 2 to go. I like it. I like the flowers very much. Okay, y'all. So, my sister put 2 pads on this one to level it out, and 2 pads on the other one to level it out. Now, what I suspect happened is she did all of the upholstery at one time and got her legs confused, because I'm guessing each one has a different length leg. So if I put these 2 with the other 2, I'm betting we won't need these anymore. We're going to test that theory in a little bit. But I'm guessing that's what happened. And I'm kind of chuckling to myself because this is definitely a solution that my family would do. It's like, should we figure out why it's suddenly out of balance? No, just put some pads on there. I'm laughing because these are 100% not the same length legs. So not sure what's going on there, but okay. 2 down. Here's the thing though, it's all concrete floors here. My back is killing me. I want to sit down. I'm on the last one and I want to sit down and just, oh. I hate concrete floors. Needs that spongy stuff. Spongy stuff. And there we have it. 3 new stools, and they'll stack lovely. Just like that. So they take up a lot less room in your home, apartment. And that way, you know, you can have extra seating when people come over. I think stacking stools are a genius idea. They need to bring those back. They used to have like a bunch of different kind of vintage stacking stools. But anyway, these are going to go to Vintage Junkie. I'm going to get a price tag on the set, and it's going to head over to Vintage Junkie in Forest Lake, and I think they're really pretty. That's it for me, though. I think I'm going to be done for the day. It is too hot to be out doing anything. It's ugly out here. Yeah. I don't like the heat. I don't like the cold. I want Goldilocks weather, and there's no such place. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Happy junking. Bye. Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.